strictest streaming platforms ever, so it comes to no surprise that Twitch has permanently banned dozens of their largest creators, sometimes even for the smallest reasons, with one of our first examples being Gideon. Gideon rose.
But yeah, I think I remember with Gideon, he was like messing with Pokimane or something, and that's why he got permanently banned. And people in Twitch really, really, really like Pokimane, like really like her. And there's like this Twitch meta that the mods only care about female creators on Twitch, because it's been so many cases upon cases where a male streamer will do one thing and then a female creator will also do the same exact thing, and both of them will commit the TOS act, right? But then the lady will get the slap on the wrist, and the guy will either get like permanently banned or an indefinite ban for like 2 weeks without any sort of like notice on like what they did, what rule they broke. So yeah, Twitch isn't like the greatest place to stream, and it hasn't been for a while. The platform is like really going downhill. It's been going downhill for a very, very, very long time.
When Gideon marked his collaboration with Twitch with a huge drama by instructing his chat to spam L plus ratio in Pokimane's chat during a livestream raid. Gideon targeted Pokimane's fans and called them out as being simps.
And it's crazy because like Gideon, what he's saying isn't wrong, right? What he's saying isn't wrong, but the fact that he got banned for it, the fact that he isn't allowed to stream on Twitch anymore, is crazy. I won't even lie, it's just crazy.
Pokemon then wakes up the next day, she is getting dicked.
But his viewers from
I can admit, like what he said was very vulgar, but there is some truth in that message. Fans will be like, yo, I really have to donate to my favorite streamer, and if I don't, they won't like me anymore. When the streamer never liked the person, never liked the fan in the first place. You know, like I've heard so many times that like streamers will get like really, really PPJ or noodles, PB and J or noodles is that what you meant? Probably noodles. But there's been so many times where streamers will get like really weird donations saying like it'll be like a huge amount of money, but then the donor will be like, oh, can we chat more on Discord or Twitter or something? And it'll make the streamers really, really uncomfortable because they don't want to be friends with this weirdo. Of course, they gave you a lot of money, but they don't want to be friends with somebody like that. That's crazy.
Following day on January 13, Gideon faced a 14-day ban on Twitch. In response, Pokimane urged Twitch to take stronger action, resulting in Gideon's ban becoming permanent.
And that is crazy. The amount of pull that she's able to, like, she'll be like, yo, I want this person banned for life. That is insanity. Nobody, not one creator, should have that level of influence over any platform. Any platform. Even LeBron in the NBA saying like, oh, I'm not going to follow this rule. LeBron should be also held accountable. Nobody say anything about me mentioning LeBron in the stream. But still, you understand what I'm saying? Like, no matter how high up you are on the totem pole, you should never be top dog if you're a creator, you know, coming into the platform. That is so crazy. Pokemon's able to do that.
This sparked
and imagine how much money she's making. Imagine how much money she's pulling in for Twitch. Because the tier 3 subs, you know they're millionaires. And they're people who stay in the house. They're people who stay in the house, don't have any sort of interaction. They feed Twitch. And it's the same people who are mods.
Criticism from gamer Kamika faced a mere 7-day ban for engaging in sexually explicit activities in front of her audience.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
The unequal treatment.
She was getting you know what on stream. 7-day ban. Seriously? Like, what does it take? What does it have to take for, what does it have to take for somebody to get banned on Twitch at this point, right? What constitutes as a permanent ban? Say if a dude was getting back shots on stream, do you think he would get a 7-day ban or a perma banned? What do you guys think? I think that would be a perma ban, just because of how Twitch. Nobody wants to see that. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong, but the mods don't want to see it. I don't want to see it either, but the mods don't want to see it. You get what I'm saying? You catch my drift? So I don't know. I feel like Twitch as a platform just really needs to crack down on who's moderating the site, who's, actually in the field taking care of these creators, handing out the bans and stuff like that. Because this actually is crazy.
7-day ban. So I go on Twitter and I say, she gets on live 7-day ban. And I'm still over here permaban.
On February,
Like the current state of Twitch, people, it'll be women with their bazungas out, no shirt, nothing, and it'll be just the top half. So the whole thing is right here. It'll be just the top half, so you can't see anything, right? And they'll just sit and talk, and it's like you can't even. Okay, salute to them for making their money, right? But it's like you can't hate the player. You gotta hate the game. You really gotta charge it to the game, which is, it's so. I don't even want to say unfair. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that something like that's the current 2024 meta. Where's my phone? But I can go on Twitch right now, and pull up a stream like that. I don't know, the fact that I have to do a bit of looking, I don't know if this counts, but this lady has her breast as her profile picture. It's because men are easy. I understand that, right? I understand, but at the same time, it's you can't ignore what's happening. You really can't, and that's gonna make creators want to move platforms, because I'm trying not to use the word favoritism. I'm trying not to, but it's getting harder and harder not to use that word, when you see situations like this,
of his Twitch channel.
And I bet if Pokemon was campaigning to oh, we gotta get Gideon back, it would happen in a snap. It would happen in a second, just because of how responsive the Twitch mods are to Pokemon. But let's say somebody like Ninja was like, okay, let's get Gideon back. Nobody will listen to him. And Ninja's a popular creator, right? I just think that that Twitch as a platform is just not in a great headspace.
This nigga gay, bro. This nigga's he's a full-blown faggot, bro. Do not
Sorry.
In response, Aiden argued
You hate
with Twitch
Aiden?
staff, asserting that he was not
I
present.
can understand why you would hate him, right? I can understand why there's hate against Aiden. I personally don't really like him myself, but the amount of clout that he's gotten within these past couple of years is astronomical. He is a famous dude, and I get that some of that is just he's just a white kid that likes black people. He likes hanging out with black people to feel cool, but still, you got to give him his props. He has made probably a lot of money, more than anything anybody in here could dream of, maybe. And I want to get to that point, man. I want to get to the point where I make as much money as Aiden Ross, maybe a quarter. I'd be happy with that. But yeah, he is a little insufferable, though. I do give you that. I would not be able to watch him a full 2-hour stream of Aiden Ross talking about who knows what, Aiden is Sigma, okay. Other AMP people are insufferable. Yeah, I was thinking about that on the bus, I think. I was like, yo, how can people stand to watch Kai Cenat? Like, how can people like really like sit in his chat? And people say this all the time, but like it's really real. Like, if you're not a child, if you're not under the age of 12, how can you watch that? How can you like the subathon or the when he went live for the whole month of February? I think like 2 years ago or last year. People, I know for a fact, people stayed in the whole time, which is crazy.
The room, and this is when a hacker finds someone's IP address and overloads it with traffic, effectively crippling the victim's network. However, during
Nicki Minaj was peak stream. It don't get better than that. I feel like that's a lot of Kai Cenat streams, just like getting a bunch of famous people that everybody knows and, you know, having some sort of conversation. But there's nothing wrong with that. But does Kai really have does Kai really have like that good of a personality to carry his own stream? You know, like if it was like Kai, just you tell him to play a game for 2 hours straight, do you think he'd be able to do that? Just, you know, do you think he'd be able to react to a video that's like more than 10 minutes long that isn't from one of his friends and add insightful, coherent commentary on it? I don't think so. I'm not trying to insult his intelligence or anything, right? I'm not trying to bring another black man down. But like I respect where he's gotten. As a creator, but do I respect his craft? Not really. Kai is so slow, it's upsetting. Yeah, I don't know like how smart he is. I really don't know much outside of like, okay, he's like one of the biggest creators on Twitch. But yeah, you sound like a hater. No, I don't think I'm a hater. If I was hating, I'd be like, yo, Kai Cenat sucks. You know, like I respect where he is as a creator. Like he is one of the most influential people on the internet right now. I respect that. I can say I can give up my props for that. But still, at the end of the day, like, do I like the kind of content he makes? No, I think that's okay to say. He has enough fan and enough money, and us not liking him isn't important. Yeah, I don't think he would care if I said that IRL. I'm sure he knows that people don't like him. So what's the point? What's the point of covering my feelings, you know? I have 60 subs, hopefully growing some more lately, hopefully getting some Kai Cenat numbers by tomorrow. But yeah, like I'm just a YouTuber making stream VOD videos. So yeah, what do I know, right? What do I know? To say was, he migrated to Twitch. He migrated to Kick, right? And of course they don't have any sort of TOS. So a lot of these creators move to Kick because they're really lenient there. But at the same time, like, people will move with the fan base knowing that there's a lot more raunchy stuff going on. We'll say red pill content. So people on the outside looking in will be like, oh, that's just a Twitch alternative for red pill edgy sort of content. And that's not all you're getting on Kick. But at the same time, people start to move away once that's kind of like the perception of it. You get what I'm saying? Isn't using in a homophobic manner. Twitch isn't known for using context in these matters. Like, saying a slur isn't saying a slur. Why does context matter? I agree with that. No matter what kind of the context, no matter if you're trying to be funny, no matter if you're trying to be like serious or hateful, like saying a slur is saying a slur. I don't know. Should you get punished for it? Yes, I'm gonna have to say yes. Even if I started screaming the R word at the top of my lungs right now, I'm not gonna do it. Even though I don't have any sort of hate, disdain, or like animosity towards people with special needs, like, it's still gonna come off as hurtful. You know, like even if I think it's funny, even if people in chat think it's funny, it's still hurtful at the end of the day. So yeah, he should have got punished for it, no matter what the context was. But you know, people, I wouldn't be opposed to hearing another side. Like people who say like, oh, it's just a word, like it's just like saying the N word, like a white guy will say the N word, it's like, oh, it's just a word, why are you getting so uptight about it? I really don't like those people either. But I feel like it's kind of like in a position to say like all of it's okay or none of it's okay. And I feel like, I know that's kind of like a gray way to think about it. Or a black and white way to think about it. But with this kind of thing, it's like you can't really have that gray area, you know? Cause like if all slurs are okay, like you can't get mad at somebody for using it. Especially if you're using like a different slur, but at the same time, like if all of them are banned, that just stops the problem entirely. So if you do use one, like what Peachy Juno said, in any context, you just got to get punished for it. You got to get the book thrown at you. You know, I think that's what most platforms are moving towards today. I would say like go back 10, in fact I have to say 10 years ago. 10 years ago, go back 10 years on YouTube, and they would probably be more towards like, okay, all of it's okay. But now, since, you know, people are becoming more advertiser friendly, companies don't want to sponsor like raunchy content. None of it's okay. It's so very easy to never use slurs, so yes, you should get punished because you made a very conscious decision to say it. I would say I'm not defending people who use slurs, right? I'm not defending people who use slurs, but sometimes, like if I'm on the game, I'll just let one just slip out, not on purpose, like, you N-word, you know, like, but at the same time, like, I get it. I understand. I feel like at that point, like, okay, $20,000 is a lot of money to anybody who just works, right? $20,000 to Aiden Ross, that's like a regular $5 bill, right? So I think he gotten so disconnected from like regular people, and knowing that they would probably do anything, he got him doing this nonsense, and I think that is not okay. And I don't. How is that funny? How is that entertaining? You just saw a man pepper spray himself. Who's the man on the bottom right? I don't know. Like, that wasn't entertaining. That was just sad to see. And I bet he wasn't providing any sort of like colorful commentary. He's just yo in the chat, soy facing, and that was sad. He's doing this for money. He's making people perform for money. That man is a weirdo, Vic. I forgot his name, but he's weird. I feel like, all right, with the chat, everything else he did, terrible, right? I feel like with the chat, like, I feel like you can say, like, okay, guys, as a community, we don't do these kind of things. If you do, I'm going to ban you. Of course, having banned words in the chat, like, it's so many things you can do as a creator to prevent things like that happening. But it gets to a point where, say if they're like spamming the N-word in some sort of like wingding font that the mods couldn't detect or whatever, or the auto moderation couldn't detect, I feel like at that point it's like, okay, it's nothing I can do. My audience is just being hateful, and I've done everything I can about the situation. You know, it's like, but I feel like Aiden Ross, you know, could have done a lot more, but, you know, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Who still managed to maintain a very loyal audience despite getting banned. The same can definitely not be said for Ice Poseidon.
Ice Poseidon is weird. He does like IRL streams, and he scammed his fans using crypto, knowing that he scammed his fans, and he had no remorse towards it. But yeah, he is also not a very good dude.
Popularly known
He
as
got
Ice
arrested,
Poseidon, just
too.
keeps on getting worse and worse. World of Warcraft streamer who's also known for
I feel like I know where this is going. I feel like he's not really disabled. I'm not sure. I feel like I've heard about this. I'm not sure though.
having physical.
Like, that is so blatant. That is so blatant. I can't even. That is crazy. That is crazy. Sometimes it scares me. It scares me because I leave my camera flap open on my webcam, and I'm like, yo, was this open this whole time? Not like I'm doing anything, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, it'll be off. The blue light would be off, but like the fact that the camera thing, the little flap, like, well, I'm about to put it down now. See? Like, it won't be up. Usually I'm good about putting it back on, but no, that's a skill issue. That's a skill issue if I've ever seen one.
Fans after the infamous crypto scam, though it wasn't.
Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember? I remember it was like a day. I remember it was a Twitch, or it was a stream, and he got on saying that he finally met Ronaldo, because this was at the peak of like this is at the peak of like Speed liking Cristiano Ronaldo. He's probably more insufferable than Aiden. Yeah, I think he is the worst out of the three, the worst out of the triad. Because Kai and Aiden. So Kai is like the screamer, but I think you could watch him more than Speed, who is just like playing, talking Tom and talking Angela. Do you love God, Ben? God is good. God is great. Like, I feel like a clip of Speed will catch me off guard being funny, but that's less likely than me finding a funny Kai clip. I feel like Kai can be funny. I feel like any off chance I can find Kai funny, but Speed is like every once in a blue moon. Like, what's funny about that? I'm not trying to hate here, but what's funny about that? Do you know how old Speed is? Speed is like our age. Speed is like 20. 18 right now? Really? I thought he was a little older than that. I thought he was 18 a while ago. Either way, he is young. And I swear, he's like our age. He's like 20 now. But he's like very young with 10 million subscribers. 10 million subscribers, probably more by now, probably more subscribers, and it's just children, just a bunch of children. He's 19, so it's safe to assume he's around that age, but still, like, that level of influence, that amount of money, and he doesn't have to worry about a thing. His children don't have to worry about a thing. His grandchildren don't have to worry about a thing with how much money he's made off this platform. He went to the World Cup. World Cup. That song went viral. And it's crazy how it did. The kids at work were singing that song. I didn't know Kai was 22. He looks older. Kai is short. Kai is like really, really short. Like, he's like actual like manlet height. Rance, what's your thoughts on 3DS and Wii U online shutting down next month? Can't you just emulate the games? Can't you just like, like get those games in a not so legal manner? Because don't they like, you can mod a 3DS, and I'm sure you can mod a Wii U by now, right? But yeah.
On the 13th of December 2021, Speed participated in a live dating show hosted by Aiden Ross on Twitch. The show featured several other contestants answering questions related.
Yo, I'm sorry. I just realized that like it was his controller shoved all the way in his butt, and I was just talking over it.
To dating. During the stream, Speed asked an Instagram model called Ashcash about a hypothetical scenario between the two of them. However,
I remember this.
This would be the clip that permanently.
Who's gonna stop me? Like, what, dude? like I get that he's young and that kind of humor, that kind of edgy humor, is like funny. But I don't know, man. Like especially when you have that kind of reach, you're gonna have kids saying that like all the time, all the time. That disgusting phrase, they're not even gonna know what it means, and they're just gonna keep saying it. Who was the kid at work who said that one leg was Halloween and the other one was Christmas, and I want to visit in between the holidays? Who said that? Who said that?
I will.
Who's gonna stop me?
I will.
If we're the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
Because of his behavior, Aiden eventually removed Speed from the stream soon after.
Like, you don't find that like the slightest bit creepy? Like I don't know, maybe it's just like as an adult, my jaded brain. That wasn't funny. Like that wasn't like laugh out loud hilarious.
After, clips of the incident went viral on social media platforms, drawing significant backlash against Speed.
How old is this lady? Ash Cash is she's pretty old. Like mid-20s, I'm pretty sure.
Creepiness and sexism. While some defended him, citing his young age and a tendency for such dark jokes, others questioned his participation
At
in
least
a show at a
26?
young age. The day after this incident, on December 14, IShowSpeed's
25?
Twitch account
Okay.
officially received a
Yeah,
permanent
see how
ban,
y'all
leading
get
to him
down.
sharing the ban message on Twitter with a simple bye caption. Despite the controversy, Speed's overall channel growth and popularity
25 to
unaffected
28,
as he continued
okay.
to stream on YouTube after the
Simple
Twitch ban.
Google search,
Later,
y'all.
both Kaisnet and IShowSpeed attended the 2023 Streamy Awards, hosted by Matt Pat of the Game Theorists, where they played
That's just a theory. That's where y'all say game theory. Y'all were too quick to answer answer that. Yes, extremely. Y'all remember or yesterday was Matt Pat's last theory. Did y'all tune in for that? Did y'all tune in for the last Matt Pat theory? I did. I watched the video.
Regardless, Speed is more popular
22 million subscribers. Oh my gosh. Imagine how much money he's pulling in a month. Imagine how much money he could potentially pull in a day. That is amazing. Not amazing that he's doing it, but amazing that so many people can subscribe to one channel. Oh my gosh. I am envious. Sadly, I'm one of them. Oh my gosh.
than ever, and not even a permit Twitch ban can stop him. The shift to YouTube granted Speed with an opportunity to stand out and capture the attention of a broader audience, and he now dominates the platform with over 22 million subscribers and 2 billion views. However, unlike
2
IShowSpeed,
billion
whose permanent
views.
Twitch ban actually turned out to be the
Imagine what his monthly views are. Imagine what his monthly views. If I had to guess, if I had to ballpark, probably like 10 mil a month. And that's that I think that's being generous. I would say like 10 mil at the most. Probably, I don't know, maybe like a mil. No, mil's too low. Maybe like 5 mil at the lowest. The fact that it's mostly just kids, literally, like, so many kids have so much unfiltered internet access, and it's really, really concerning, so troubling, because I was watching a video today about how AI is basically racing the kids now, because parents don't really care. It's like they just plop a screen in front of a child. They just let them watch whatever as long as it's on YouTube Kids. But a lot of that stuff is being AI generated now. So kids are going to be like stunted, socially, of course, mentally, duh. But then they were like, yo, why doesn't my child, or why doesn't my mom have 6 fingers, 7 toes, 3 eyeballs, 9 ears? That's what Ellis Mark said. It was Ellis Mark that I was watching. He made a video. It's a really good video. I suggest you check it out if you have the time. The only person I pay for a subscription is for Damar. I don't know anyone else I follow on here. I'm paying to see him without ads for. The parents don't care. Literally.
best thing that
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys coming out. I don't think you guys realize how much I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming. You always skip the people you don't know. Like, I don't know this guy. Why would I care about him?